Hi everyone, I am Sabrina with A Touch of Elegance, Gift Crafts and more. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you something just a little different from what we've been doing as far as our gifts. We're going to make a floral arrangement and adding our Bath and Body Works spray. And what we're going to do, we're going to create a arrangement to hold the spray in the center of the arrangement. So what I have here is just a block of styrofoam. You can get this styrofoam from the Dollar Tree, Walmart, any craft store. You can just measure. This one came already cut, but you can measure it to fit your container. And what I'm going to do, I'm using these containers that I got from Family Dollars for 27 cents. Hopefully everyone got the same containers, but if not, I think if you can't find them at Family Dollar, the Dollar Tree has these same containers. But you can use any container to make a floral arrangement with. So what we're going to do is going to take this piece of styrofoam, and I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue on the bottom of the styrofoam. And also, I'm going to use just a small amount of E600 glue, because sometimes this glue don't want to stick like it need to with the plastic. So I'm just going to use just a little bit, because I do want them to be able to remove the styrofoam whenever they're done with their gift, and they can use this container for something else. And I'm just going to put the styrofoam in the center of this container. And then what I'm going to use is some moss to cover around the container. But you don't have to use a lot of moss with this, because the way I'm going to make the arrangement, some of the greenery is going to cascade down around it. So I don't have to put a lot of moss. But I do want to cover up the styrofoam some, especially at the bottom of the container. And this moss, I got it from the my wholesaler, because I get a lot of it at one time. But you can get it from the Dollar Tree or Walmart. A lot of places sell this green moss, and it don't have to be green. It could be the brown moss or whatever what's your preference. And then on the top, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue, just to hold the moss down, just to cover the styrofoam with a little bit of moss. You just don't want to see it around in the container. You don't have to fill it, but just make sure you just cover try to cover your styrofoam as best as possible. Okay, and it makes a lot of mess. It makes a huge mess. But anyway, we're going to start with our greenery. And today what I'm going to use is some greenery that you all can find at Walmart. So I stuck with things that you can easily get yourself if you want to do this same concept. So this greenery here, I found this at Walmart. I think it was like $3.24 per bundle, and I've already cut a few pieces off here for another project. But you can, like I said, you can find this at Walmart. And how I'm going to place this in here, first I'm going to put my hot glue on it. I'm dipping my stem inside of my hot glue pot, and I'm going to place it like on the side of the styrofoam. And then what I'm going to do is just bend it to drape. That's it, just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on each side. Placing it on the side. And drape it down. And I wish I could do more videos on showing you how to create floral arrangements on this channel. But right now I know a lot of people are focused on their baskets. So, but now is a good time to make things like this for your basket centerpieces and things like that for your baskets, and you have them already made up for the holidays, especially not Thanksgiving, Valentine. You can make it up now ahead of time, and you'll have them ready when you start making your baskets. All you have to do is slide them arrangements in there, and then you just drape it around. And you have something like this. And then I'm going to take one and place it in the center. And you always want to create your greenery first. You want to put your greenery in first before you do your flowers. And that's like the base. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I have some flowers that I did get these from. I thought I was going to use all the ones you all can get, but I did get these from my wholesaler, but you can find these at Walmart also. I know they was there during the spring and summer, but I'm not sure if they're there now. But any small flowers will do. But we're going to start with, let me start with these bigger flowers, because I'm going to bring these in as a filler. But I'm going to start with these. And you can get these at Walmart now. And these are mums, a purple mum. Just going to dip it here in my flower pot and stick it down in here. And you see how this is lifting up a little too far from the container? I'm going to pull that out and cut my stem down just a little more, because I don't want it sticking up that high. Push it down. There you go. And also I want to show you where I put this in the middle, but I'm leaving this for an opening. I'm going to leave this spot here for an opening for my perfume to sit right here. But always just leave you a area where you can sit your item so that your item can sit flat on that surface. And I'm not going to put any flowers here. Just going to leave that open. Then I'm going to go back around and just add some flowers all around. I'm going to take this one a little higher, about here, because what I'm going to do here is add my filler. And where I put the bigger flower lower, I'm going to add my filler at the top. But my larger flower is higher here, and the filler is going to go lower. Then I'm going to turn it around and put my larger flower here on the bottom. Just keep going around doing the same thing. And stick it in there. And you will see that all you need is one item. This will create you a gift for the holidays. And then we're going to take this one and go to the top. And that's all the flowers we need for right now. From what I'm looking at for right now, that's all the larger flowers we need. Because like I said, we're not going to put any flowers right. I done lost my spot right here. Nope. Wrong spot. I lost my spot. That's where my perfume is going. And I've already put a flower there. Just that fast, and I just said it. So now what we're going to do is add our filler flowers, which are these, the smaller flowers. And I like these because you have a small flower on there, you have your greenery on there, and then you have these little fillers too. This will work perfect for a filler. So now we're going to add our filler here on the top, because our larger flower is on the bottom. So we're going to put our filler right here in the top. And that fill that space with the leaves and the small fillers in there. That fill that space. So we're just going to turn it around here. Cut another one off. and add our glue. And we're going to put our filler right here in the bottom because we have our larger flower right here at the top. And just place it there and make sure it's filling out your area, which it is. Now we're going to turn around here and we're going to put a filler here because our larger flower is at the bottom. And let me show you this too. You see in this area where it's kind of open, just make sure this filler, and this filler only has one flower, so we're not going to use that because I need all I can get. To fill that area. So I'm going to, this one has 2 flowers, but it don't have any green leaves. So I'm going to take the leaves off of this one and just slide it onto this. You just have to make it work. And now we have a full filler. And now I'm going to add my glue. Put it here at the top. And the reason why I needed those leaves on there, because these leaves going to fall right here in that part of the centerpiece, so it could cover that area that was open. And here you go. That area is filled. Now this is the open area that I have to put my spray in. But for the looks of it right now, I see where I can go in and put a little more filler. But we're going to add the perfume first and see what we need. This is how I add my sprays to my perfumes. What I do, I take these popsicle sticks, some people call them, and I take it and tape it on the back of your item. Just take a piece of tape and make sure it's secured on the back. I may use about 3 or 4 just to make sure it's not going anywhere. Use a piece of clear tape. Use your transparent tape. You can use these, or you can even use these with the stick at the bottom, with the pointy end at the bottom. You can cut it off and double it up. It's up to you what you prefer. But never use those, just one of those, because it's not strong enough with just one. I like using these because they're strong, they're thicker. And see, I put about 4 pieces of tape on there and it's not going anywhere. So what I do is I make sure it fits first. And that fits perfect. So what I do is just take it back up and put my glue on it. I don't glue it first. And I'm just going to stick that stick in that glue pot and slide it back down in there. And it fits perfect in there. So what I want to do is sometimes I do a little bit extra, but you don't have to. But what I want to do, I think it needs something beside there. So what I did is, off of this bundle of flowers that I have here, and you can get these Walmart anywhere, I'm just taking the fillers off of them. I'm trying to see if you all can see it. These fillers that's in here, I'm not using the actual flowers. I'm just taking the fillers and sticking it around the floral arrangement. Get another filler. And I'm going to bring one shorter about right here. I'm going to stick it down a little shorter than that. Just like that. I'm just going to turn around and see what else we are missing. If we're missing anything, I just want a little filler here. Just a little greenery, not much. And after they take their spray out of there, all they have to do is move some of the greenery around and they'll have a centerpiece. And I want to put something right here. Let's see what that something is going to be. Do I want that? Yeah, let's try one of these. And it don't take much to make these small centerpieces. And there we have it. A cute little centerpiece that they can use to put on their tables, on their dresser, whatever. And then we're gonna bag it up and put a bow on it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is make my bow, but the way that I wrapped this one, I didn't want to wrap it tight because I didn't want the arrangement to be smushed in. And I know you could keep it open, and I do keep some of mine open and some I do wrap up, because I ran into one issue one year where I had all of them just open with the perfume in there, and some of them I had a little candy in there also. But they wanted it wrapped because they wanted to present it as a gift. So I said this year what I would do is wrap a few and keep a few unwrapped. So what I had to do on site was put them in bags, put them in clear bags, and just tie them for them. And I didn't like that look, so I'm just going to have some prepared inside the wrap and some prepared outside of the wrap. But I could not shrink wrap it, or I didn't want to do it too tight because I didn't want the arrangement to be smushed. But we're going to make our bow. So what we're going to do is going to leave some very short tails with this, maybe to about this length, because we don't want to hide anything in there. And I still may cut it off. But you're going to pinch it in the middle. And then you're going to bring your back piece towards the middle, and you're going to pinch it there. Then you're going to take your tail this end, and you're just going to bring it over. You're not going to twist it because it's on the proper side, the right side it needs to be on. And you're just going to bring it over into the center and pinch it. But now you're going to twist it because you need it on the right side. So let's twist it over just like that. And we're going to bring it back in the center. Make sure you have enough loops on each side so your bow can be full. Pinch it in the middle and bring this side here, because now that side is on the shiny side. And if you bring it over here, it's going to be on the wrong side. So what we have to do is just twist it over and bring it back in the center. And I'm going to do 4 loops of this silver. I'm using silver because it can be sold as a Christmas present, or it can be sold as Valentine present. So I'm just going to cut it off, trying to even up my tails. No, I'm not. I'm going to do 2 more because, yeah, I'm going to do 2 more loops on each side. So since it's over here, we're going to twist it, because I'm not going to add too many colors to this because it has those colors in the arrangement, and I don't want it to be too busy. So we're going to bring it towards the middle and pinch it, holding it with those 2 fingers. This side here, it's on the wrong side, so what we're going to do is just twist it. Twist it over and bring it back into the center. Now I'm doing 3 loops on each side of the silver, making sure our loops are even, and they're not, so we're going to pull it to even them out. And then we're going to cut our tails off. Now I have a is it a 5x8 ribbon, and the reason why I want to add this ribbon, this smaller ribbon, onto this, because I want to do a few spirals down the center of this bow. So I'm going to use this white 5x8, And I'm going to keep these kind of long because I want to curl them up whenever I put it on the gift. So I'm going to do the same thing, hold it between these two fingers and make a loop and twist it and bring it to the center. I may do about 4 or 5 of these loops. Then you're gonna bring it to the center and then twist it again. Bring it back to the center and holding it between those two fingers and twist. Bring it back to the center. Look how big that loop is. I can even see that without even putting them together. You'll be able to tell once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to tell your loops are not the right size. We're bringing it into the middle. We're twisting it over. How many we have? We have 4. So I'm going to do probably 2 more. We're going to do 6. And it's up to you how many you want to do, how many you feel comfortable with. No certain amount, but you do want to do more than 4 because you want a full bow. Now I have 6 loops of this white, and of this white 5/8, and then I have 4 loops of the silver. And I'm gonna cut those tails off long because I want to do some spirals. And a matter of fact, I want to put another piece just in the center because I want to spiral one down the middle. And I'm gonna open my fingers and put it between those two fingers and let it drape down. And when I say spiral down the middle, I want to take this piece and twist it and then make spirals. But I'm going to show you that in just a minute. Now I'm going to take my chenille stem, put it in the middle, grab it in the middle, the chenille stem, and go around that bow, making sure you got all your ribbon. I didn't make it too wide because the gift is not that big. Now you just twist it. And then you put it on your gift. And you fluff out your bow. Let me lift this up some so you all can see it. Okay. And first what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my ribbon here by folding it in half. And on the opposite side, not the side where you have your seams, but on the opposite side of the seam, you're going to cut upward. You may want to do it a little shorter than that. Let me cut some more off there. Let's go upward, and you'll get this. Okay, I'm going to do the same over here. Cut on the opposite side of your seam and cut upward. And then I'm going to take something as simple as a pen or a pencil, whatever you have handy, and just twirl your ribbon. And all I'm going to do is just take it and twirl it around this pencil. You may have another way you can do it, but this is how I do it. Just swirl it around a pencil or a stick or whatever you have available. And you make some little spirals. You can do it with your hand if you like. Just take it and go around. And I love this stiff ribbon because anything you do with it, it'll keep its shape. It'll stay right there. Just fluff them out. Then I'm going to take this middle piece that I left sticking up in the air, and we're going to put that down the center. And just fluff your bows out. Just fluff them how you want them to be. And you can move this to the side so you can see your perfume. And here we have a simple little floral arrangement gift. Let's see. You all can see it pretty good. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now I'm going to be messing with this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.